Fred, you're first. Would you come on up and let us know what impacted you most this week and your 30-day commitment?
What impacted me the most was observing everybody else in the room and how they do the job. I took a lot out of that. I watched and observed how everyone's technique and how they did it. And I'm going to try to implement that in how I do the job. I thought it was pretty cool watching people walk up and do the objections. And I learned a lot just by watching everybody else. And that's kind of how I do my job. I observe. My 30-day commitment is I really do blow at the universal second close, and my numbers I see them dipping because I'm bad at it. So I committed to improving and mastering the universal second close. And that's my 30-day commitment. Everybody here.
Thank you. Bart.
Fred, thank you for your leadership this week. I know your small group learned from you as you learned from them, and I appreciate all of your contributions in class as you would speak up. And let us know some of the things that you've been trying and that's been working for you. So that's very important to share. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Again, if you would, Fred, if you would come up, try to get that one last. These are your folks, so you would model the same opportunity. Thank you.
Jessica, I'm going to ask you what would impact you the most this week, and please give us your 30-day commitment.
What impacted me the most was just listening to Randy Karshner and the emotion, like Millie said. He just brings that to life, you know, and just how, I mean, I wanted to write him a check, you know, and I want my interviews to be like that as well. And that to remember, it's just mustard, you know, he said, it's like being a waitress and you offer them condiments and they don't want condiments. It's just mustard, you know, if they don't buy from you, to not take it personal, you know, that maybe today wasn't their day, you don't know what happened, and so a lot of times I tend to take that a bit too personal, that they didn't like me or, you know, that I did something wrong, but just to remember that I need to create that headache and that I'm selling them aspirin. So my 30-day commitment was to complete 10 interviews every day. And in order to do that, I feel that I need to get on the road a little bit earlier. I'm struggling to get a 5-year-old out the door as well. And so in order to accomplish that, I've decided that I need to have my plan made the night before, which I usually do, but I don't always have everything in my car. And so my commitment is to have everything in my car the night before, as well as have my clothes laid out the night before, because that's something that I struggle with. You know, committing to this is what I'm wearing tomorrow, and that's it. And so it takes a lot of the decision making out of it.
I got the pleasure to have the best team, obviously. And it was a real pleasure to finally meet and work with Jessica. She's awesome, thorough, and my only regret is I didn't get a chance to work with her to hear her presentation, because that's one of the things that I think that she's way better than Byron. So one of these days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, jeez. Bart, no, I'm just kidding. Byron.
What impacted me the most is the team that's here. It's not something that we covered in class particularly, but hearing in conversations around tables. For the most part, I didn't get a chance to listen to everyone, but you know, we all have our own doubts, we all have our own insecurities, we have all had our own questions about our abilities to sell. I'm leaving here having learned a lot. I don't think I'm leaving here with a rah-rah get back, but I'm leaving here with a feeling of being more committed. The things that I have learned are good, but they still depend on me to implement them in the field. This is a good opportunity for me individually and for NFIB. I look forward to taking those things back. 30-day commitment. I'm not a good planner, so my 30-day commitment is to do a better job using the Sims to plan, and also then attain those 10 presentations each day.
Byron, once again, was a pleasure to work with. I finally got his name right. I called him Brian until Thursday. But he's a great guy, and he doesn't say much, but when he does, everyone kind of picks their ears up and listens to him because he has a lot to say. Maybe because he's seasoned, and he's been through a lot. And like I said, it was a pleasure to work with you as well. Bart, please step up. What would be your things that impact you the most, and what is your 30-day commitment, please?
What impacted me the most is, I think, not to beat myself up over sales, focus on interviews. And that's what I'm taking home. My 30-day commitment is planning. I'm going to pre-plan the night before, get my butt trained on Sims properly, and use that tool that's out there.
Once again, what can I say about the A-team? Sitting next to Bart for this week was made it a lot easier for me. So I thank you for that. You're awesome to sit next to, and we had some fun. So the A-team's done.